Moving to Lake Lanier? Here's what you need to know before you buy. And if you've ever dreamed of waking up to water views, keeping your boat just steps from your dock door, or ending your day with a sunset over the lake, then chances are you've looked at homes on Lake Lanier. And honestly, I get it. Lake Lanier offers a lifestyle that feels completely different from living in a traditional neighborhood. It's one of the reasons so many people relocate to North Georgia every year. But before you start shopping for a waterfront home, there are some things you should know, because buying on Lake Lanier is a little different than buying almost anywhere else. Hi, I'm Melissa Douglas, and I'm a local realtor here in the North Georgia metro Atlanta area. And today I'm sharing what every potential Lake Lanier buyer should understand before making a move. First, not all lakefront homes are created equal. One of the biggest mistakes buyers make is assuming that all waterfront properties offer the same experience. They don't. Some homes have private docks, some have community docks, some have beautiful lake views but no direct lake access. Some sit on deep water year-round. Others may be located in coves where water levels fluctuate more dramatically. If boating is important to you, these details matter. Two homes may have the same price point and both be considered lakefront, yet offer completely different lifestyles. One thing that surprises many buyers is learning that the shoreline around Lake Lanier is managed by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. The Corps oversees shoreline management, dock permits, walkway permits, vegetation management, and many improvements that occur near the water. At first, some buyers hear that and get a little nervous. The regulations help preserve the shoreline, protect water quality, and prevent overdevelopment around the lake. Now, here's something important. What if you want a dock home? This is probably the most important advice I can give. A lot of buyers assume they can purchase a waterfront home without a dock and simply add one later. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Dock permits are regulated, and obtaining approval for a new dock can be a lengthy process. Buyers can find themselves on waiting lists that can take many, many years. Because of that, if owning a private dock is important to your lifestyle, I strongly recommend focusing your search on homes that already have a permitted dock in place. What happens once you find that house with a dock? Well, you must verify the permit. Before purchasing lake property, you'll want to verify the dock is properly permitted, the permit is in good standing, and there are no outstanding violations. The walkway is approved, and any shoreline improvements were properly permitted. This is part of the due diligence process and something that should never be overlooked. But what about what part of the property actually belongs to you? Many buyers assume they own every inch of land between their home and the water. In reality, that's often not the case. Much of the shoreline surrounding Lake Lanier falls within Corps managed property. This area is often referred to as the Corps line. What does that mean? It means there may be restrictions on what improvements can be made between your home and the water. You may not be able to remove trees, build structures, or alter the shoreline without approval. And understanding where the Corps line sits on a property is an important part of evaluating a lake home. If boating is important to you, don't just ask if the property is on the lake. Ask about water depth. Some properties maintain deep water access throughout the year. Others may become more shallow depending on lake levels, times of the year, and so forth. For some buyers, that difference is huge, especially if you plan to keep a larger boat at your dock. Living on the lake is amazing, but it does come with some additional maintenance considerations. Depending on the property, you may have longer driveways, more trees, steeper lots, dock maintenance, shoreline upkeep, additional insurance considerations. None of these are deal breakers. They're simply part of the lakefront lifestyle. Is Lake Lanier living worth it? For most lake homeowners, the answer is absolutely. The ability to walk out your back door and spend the day on the water is something most people only experience on vacation. Lake Lanier residents get to enjoy it year-round. Whether it's boating, kayaking, paddleboarding, fishing, entertaining friends, or simply enjoying the view, the lifestyle is hard to beat. So if you're thinking about moving to Lake Lanier, take the time to understand the differences between a traditional home purchase and a waterfront purchase. Pay attention to dock permits, shoreline regulations, water depth, and core managed property. Most importantly, if a private dock is a must-have, focus your search on homes that already have one and verify that the permit can transfer properly. Buying a Lake Lanier home can be an incredible investment in your lifestyle. And with the right guidance, it's a process that can be both exciting and rewarding. If you have questions about living on Lake Lanier or buying waterfront property in North Georgia, I'd love to help. And if you enjoy learning about North Georgia communities, real estate, and local living, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.